This training video includes information on the new RX Renewals desktop view for Centricity 12.3. The new RX Renewals chart desktop view is found as an additional link on the left navigational pane. Training objectives for the RX Renewals desktop are recognizing the new RX Renewal location, identifying the requests as new, changed, or pending, summarizing utilization of action icons, and describing the process of creating groups within RX Renewals. RX Renewals now has its own location within the EMR. The new view is located on the chart desktop for prescription requests. These requests arrive electronically from the pharmacy, or they are created by starting an RX refill document within Centricity. The blue column headings allow you to sort the items as ascending and descending just by clicking on them. The column heading is also where you'll look to know what request is being addressed. When there are numbers in both the new and pending columns, it's a good indication that the refill request is being worked on. Note that once the RX renewal has been routed, it'll display on the desktop documents for the individual you routed to, and also still lives in the RX Renewals desktop. The status of the request will display on the desktop. New identifies the number of prescription renewals the patient has from the electronic pharmacy request. Change identifies the number of prescription change requests the patient has from the electronic pharmacy. Change could be due to drug change such as formulary compliance, days supply and prescription clarification, or generic substitutions and prior authorization. Pending identifies the number of unsigned medications. This number can reflect new medications during an office visit or unsigned medications initiated from a phone note. All renewal requests will now come in electronically in one document. Previously, you would have received 3 separate ERX documents, and now they'll be bundled together and received in one. Here's an example of how document status shows to be helpful. If there's an electronic prescription and someone has already started it, if you click the Start Renewal button to try to edit, it opens a new document rather than opening the existing one. The Start Renewal button will keep opening documents, but only the first one opened will have all of the details in it. The way this can be verified is by looking at pending RXs versus the new ones seen here. The pending column status will show the number 1 if it's already been opened. You'll also notice a prescription icon next to the Edit button if a prescription has been initiated during an office visit. These are action icons you'll see within RX Renewals. The Open Chart icon opens the chart for review prior to starting a new document. The Open RX Refill document begins a new RX refill by bypassing chart review and document properties. You can also hover over these icons in the EMR to see what they do. The RX Renewal desktop view allows you to use existing groups you've created or create new groups, just like how the combined view works for individual desktops. To use an existing group, select the magnifying glass on the top left, select a previously created group, then click OK. Also, whoever is logged in is the default view. You can change the RX Renewals desktop view here to look at another individual's RX Renewals desktop rather than select a group. However, these views do not stick. It automatically defaults back to the user with each login. Please note that there is no longer a delegate for RX Renewals. The request goes to the provider's RX Renewal tab. Groups or changing which user's RX Renewals you're viewing is the way to manage that. Create a new group by selecting the magnifying glass and clicking the More button within the user window. Next, we'll add users to the group. Add users for each group by selecting the Search tab at the top. Then click the New Group button at the bottom. Type in the user into the search field. Select the user from the Results field and click the Add Item button. Repeat steps 4, 5, and 6 until the desired group is created. A suggestion for creating a group would be for back office staff or designated staff to create a group that includes all of their clinic prescribers. When patients call regarding an update on a prescription and the pharmacy hasn't received it, then staff can use that RX Renewals desktop group to find the request. Next, we'll review some frequently asked questions. When an electronic prescription is received, is it only visible on the RX Renewal desktop? Or is there a document in the chart before addressing it? As of now, you cannot see it anywhere until it's opened from the RX Renewals. There's nowhere else in the chart to see it's been started from the RX Renewals list. Next question. Will the provider get an RX refill document type to sign on their desktop? Once the prescription refill is started, it created a document. When ending the document, the user should route as normal. This concludes the Centricity 12.3 RX Renewal Overview. For training questions, please contact Laura Browse, EMR Clinic Coordinator, or the EMR Training Team.